Originally, this battle was going to be part of Wanderer of the Wind week, which was going to be a week of uploads that I had against land, and we were going to battle every single tier. Unfortunately, though, I decided to not do that right now. Maybe I'll do that sometime during summer. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But this is a pretty good Ubers battle, and normally any battle me and Land have that's on Wi-Fi 9 times out of 10 does turn out to be a pretty good battle, and this battle was actually pretty good and close. Came down to the very wire. And because I know Land doesn't like stall, I decided to bring the most offensive Ubers team I could find in my box, which is a rain team that I got from Tony Flygon, which is just full of threats. And looking at threats on land side of the field, Ferrothorn and Lugia might be pretty annoying just because those are two pretty good walls in Uber, so I'm going to have to watch out for those. But I thought that my best lead would be my Specs Kyogre, as he ends up leading off with the Palkia. And even if Palkia is Specs, I'm pretty positive I can live a Thunder just because I am a Kyogre. Kyogre has a massive special defense stat, and he does go for the Thunder. I take the hit, and I'm going to go for my own Thunder, but I get paralyzed. Very first turn, I get hacks, and this paralysis might actually come to play a bit of a crucial role later on in the battle, and I'll point that out when it comes up. But not wanting to lose my Kyogre because I know I should be able to save it for Death Water, I'm going to bring in my Palkia. Wow, I'm going to bring in Dialga, thinking that his Palkia would go for another Thunder, but no, he turns up to be Lustersorb or Habomberry as he switches and moves and goes for the Aqua Tail. Now, I know that the switch out to Ferrothorn is so painfully obvious. What I'm going to do is actually go for the Fire Blast, and I was completely surprised by how much damage that Fire Blast did to the Ferrothorn. And Land actually thought that I was Specs because at the time of the battle he had looked away and he didn't know what move I went for. So expecting another Fire Blast, he's actually going to bring Kyogre, and I know that he is going to want to switch out, so what I'm going to do is actually go for the Thunder, and it turns out that even Thunder is an easy 2-hit KO on this Kyogre, which I believe he said was max defense and max HP, so that's pretty good considering that I am modest max special attack. I didn't think Dialga had this much power behind it. In hindsight, what I should have done instead of going for the second Thunder, I really should have got out my Stealth Rocks, because even if he had Rapid Spun them away with Kabutops, I could have still potentially knocked them out with the Thunder. But in the end, that was a dumb play on my part, because now Lugia is going to be in multi-skill range when it switches into an attack. And I make another dumb play, completely forgetting that Kabutops can even learn Low Kick, and I stayed in, wanted to go for the Thunder. As he takes me out, that means I will not be able to get up Stealth Rocks in this battle. So he's going to bring in the Ferrothorn. Judging for how much damage that Thunder did, another one might be able to finish it off so long as I don't get absolute minimum damage, which thankfully I do not, which also means that Land will not be able to get up any type of entry hazard on my side of the field, so that's going to be kind of good for me. Unfortunately, though, I would really like to have those rocks up to be able to deal with that damn Lugia, which right now I'm seeing to be as the biggest threat on this team. And he brings in the Arceus, and from the looks of it, that is Arceus Electric. Obviously, I don't want to take a Thunder, and I don't want to take a Thunderbolt. So I'm going to switch into my Kyogre as he makes a very good play, knowing that I wouldn't want to switch out. He's going to go for the Calm Mind as he then takes me out with another Thunderbolt, I guess not wanting to risk me possibly going for a Surf and critting him or something along those lines. But as he takes me out, I'm going to bring in my Genesect, and I'm thinking, alright, I got the +1 in attack. I'm max attack, I'm going to go straight for the Explosion, knock out this Arceus, bring in Tornadus, set up a Tailwind, then just sweep with Zekrom, and Arceus lives, and of course, Land goes for the recover, which means my only one possible chance of winning might have just gone down the toilet, and I'm just hoping that maybe somehow I'll be able to take out the Lugia with my Zekrom, because right now Lugia is the only one thing keeping my Zekrom from destroying the rest of his team after the Tailwind that I just set up with my Tornadus. So I bring in my Zekrom, and I have 3 turns to outspeed his whole team and just destroy it and hopefully win the battle. So I take out the Arceus as he brings in the Lugia. I'm hoping that I get a crit, but no! Lugia easily takes a hit. Unfortunately, though, Land makes a bit of a misplay, forgetting that Terrorbolt cancels out multi-scale. He actually goes for the Toxic instead of going for the Roost, which is actually going to help me out because now he either has to lose his Palkia, his Kabutops, or his Lugia, and he does decide just to fodder off his Kabutops, considering that it's the least helpful team member at this current time in the battle. So I knock out the Kabutops as he brings in the Palkia. Due to the fact that my Tailwind is petered out, I will be outsped by his Palkia, so he's easily going to be able to knock me out with a Special Rend. And at this point in the battle, my last Pokemon is Palkia, So I still have a chance to win the battle if I can somehow knock out the Lugia thanks to Lan's misplay. So what I'm going to do is bring in Palkia, and this is where me getting paralyzed the very first turn of the battle actually kind of comes into play, because I calculated and I would have done enough damage to the point where I would have brought down Palkia to where my Palkia's Thunder would have been able to take him out. Then as he brought in Lugia, I could have potentially taken him out with a Thunder. Unfortunately though, that does not happen. I do have to choose Spatial Rend as my offensive move to go for, and as he brings in the Lugia, he easily lives a hit and he's going to be able to roost up and toxic me, and eventually he's going to be able to outstall me. So Lan is going to end up winning a very narrow 1-0 victory in his favor. And the irony part of this battle is that the end of it is stall, even though I brought a hyper offensive team. But yeah, I don't really care that I got paralyzed first turn, because all in all this was a really fun and really good game that I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more content. And before I do let all of y'all enjoy the rest of your night or enjoy the rest of your day, for those of you who do not know, tomorrow, which is May 3rd, is actually going to be my 2-year anniversary of me uploading to YouTube. So I do have a special planned out for that, and I can't believe it's already been 2 years. But yeah, thank you to everybody who has supported me this far, and thanks to everybody who will continue to support me in the future. But with that, I'm taking up enough of your time. Enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your day, and I am out of here, everybody. Later.